Hello, Phil Thatch here, and I am on Siskin Drive in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I came here to my daughter's school to pick her up from school, and you never know what's going to happen. All of a sudden, I ran into a groundhog, and I ended up making quite a few photos and some video of it, so I'll share that with you now. Enjoy. The groundhog. Some people call it a whistle pig, other people call it a woodchuck. But I wasn't sure it was any of those things because this one has much longer hair than I was expecting for a groundhog to have. So I sent a photograph to the Tennessee Naturalist Facebook group, which has a lot of really sharp people, and they identified it really quick as a groundhog. And another one of the people in the Tennessee Naturalist group said that the reason why the hair is kind of splotchy around the head is because this particular groundhog is molting, which apparently is something that they do this time of year. So that was good information to have. It has plenty to eat here on this hill, that's for sure. Doesn't have to go far from its den to find something to eat. To me, a groundhog kind of resembles a badger, and they both burrow and live in burrows. But from what I've read, a badger will actually eat a groundhog, so I guess they're not that close akin. This groundhog seems interested in nothing more but these plentiful weeds here on the hill where it lives. So here is the first photo that I processed, and this is the one that I sent into the Tennessee Naturalist Facebook group. And make sure to realize that all of this photo and video was done with a 70 to 200 lens. You know, normally I would use my 200 to 500 for wildlife, but I didn't have that with me. And I was really fortunate that this particular groundhog was not very shy. Now this picture and the next one were taken just seconds apart. I couldn't decide which one I liked the best, so I went ahead and shared both of them. Happy groundhog munching down on some weeds. Getting tangled up in its food. I think in a moment this little head bob that the groundhog does may be a threat display. See that little bounce right there? I think that may be the groundhog telling me, hey, you're too close. There it goes again. And he did it a couple of times earlier in this video, or possibly she. I'm not sure of the gender of this one. I think it may be a female because it stayed really close to the burrow, and there may have been some young in that burrow. Cute, whatever it is, in its own strange way. Here comes another still. This one is with it actually partially in the burrow, one of two, which I'll show you a little bit later in the video. This particular clip I was not going to put in the video because the weed's in focus and the groundhog is not, but my girlfriend Heather said she thought it looked pretty cute. So I put it in, and then as the groundhog eases away, I'm able to get it in focus. So I kind of like that. I'm glad that she talked me into keeping that in the video. Here comes another still. This is my favorite of all the stills, even though you can see the chain link fence in the background. I just really like this one, and to me the groundhog looks kind of like a grizzly bear almost in this picture. I really like this one a bunch. I'm not really equipped today for video. I wasn't planning on shooting video until I ran across this fellow, or maybe this lady. So there's probably some wind noise. See you later. Here's one more still. This is probably my least favorite of the stills from today, but I still liked it enough to share it. So there's one entrance there. and another spot way over here, probably 25 feet away, and I'm not sure if those two holes are connected, the two tunnels. Well, that just goes to show you never know what's going to happen. I had some camera gear in the car for portraits. I had my my 70 to 200 f2.8, and I had my 85 1.8 and my 50 1.8, and right now I've put my 24 to 70 2.8 on the camera to make this little video. So you never know what's going to happen. I showed up here to pick up my daughter, and there's a groundhog. So next thing you know, I'm taking wildlife pictures with really the part of my kit that I would consider portrait. I don't have my vlogging camera, so I've just set the Z6 on the dashboard, and I've got face detect mode, so hopefully I'm in focus. That's an FX lens, so they're loud to focus, so you can probably hear it making all sorts of racket. One day I'll get a Z-mount lens so I can do this sort of thing without focus noise. But hey, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. See you next time. Bye-bye.